every person in every land, they'll glare the winter spent. You can feel the body heat rising up of every street in the summer. Here comes the summer. Here comes the summer. Everybody in every town, they'll feel what's going down. I don't know, but I think I'm right, that everybody looks out of sight in the summer. Here comes the summer. Here comes the summer. You can bet from here to Carolina, even got the vibe in China. Here comes the summer. Here comes the summer. Here comes the summer. Once again. All the people in all the world, every boy and every girl, don't you know it's gonna be alright? 'Cause every night is party night in the summer. Here comes the summer. Here comes the summer. You can bet from here to Carolina, even got that vibe in China. Here comes the summer. Here comes the summer. Here comes the summer. Once again. Here comes the summer. Here comes the summer once again. Here comes the summer. Summer, 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 summer. Here comes the summer. Summer once again. Here comes the summer. Here comes the summer. Here comes the Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Hello everybody, how are you doing? Giada Valenti here in Las Vegas, Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. for us here on the West Coast. For you guys on the East Coast, of course, is 5 p.m. in the afternoon. It's almost time to go to sleep. It's 11 at night, 10 p.m. in England, in Europe, of course, 11 in Italy and France and Spain. Only England, 1 hour behind. So buonanotte quasi a voi che ci guardate dall'Europa. And good morning to everyone that is watching from Australia. It's buongiorno for you guys because it's morning over there for you. How is everybody doing? I see some of you already writing. I see Diane, Roger, Bob, and Mary Lou. Sal, of course, is there. Roger, you are without Sally because I'm going to tell where Sally is today. I see Janet, and I see also Diane Fiorentino over there. So for the one of you watching for the first time, if you have not done it yet, please don't forget to follow me on my Facebook page if you're watching on Facebook. If you're watching for YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's very important, so you can help me have my number going up, and of course, it's also good for you because you're always gonna get the notification where I'm going live, and if I have any news, you are gonna hear first. I see also Anna Maria Carrillo and Mike, of course, is gonna be there from Long Island. I will be talking about some family of yours. Antonio, of course, from Ireland is there. I see Doug, of course, and Susie from not far from here, actually from California. So I see all familiar faces, but if you're not familiar, please let us know where you're watching from. All these people are part of my circle of love in sign language, so I know personally and almost personally each and every one of them. So if you're new, where are you watching from? Let us know, and let us also know if you're watching from kind of a different part of the world that I mentioned. Let us know what time is over there. Thank you all of you, by the way, always for continuing listening to my music to Apple Music, Amazon Music, and Spotify. You heard in the beginning of the show, Here Comes the Summer, hoo, 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 here comes the summer. Yes, the summer, that's one of the my original, and the summer, it's coming up. I know in Las Vegas it's already summer, even though it's officially spring. But I know that in many part of the United States, but also many part of Europe, it's kind of cold still. It's kind of winterish. But so I decided with JJ actually decided to put that song for the opening of the show, for the countdown, so you guys get in the movie for Here Comes the Summer, and the summer will arrive, no matter how cold gets now. Unless you are in South America, the winter is arriving there. Remember, they are at the other side of the globe, so the seasons are turned around. So I see many people, Amy Hellwood appeared. I see also Karen Gianni from Pittsburgh is in the house. Who else? So guys, if you're watching from a part of the world that I have not seen, put it there on my Facebook or on you. If you're watching from YouTube, by the way, and you want to leave, you're all chatting with YouTube, what you should do, please, when you are done watching the YouTube thing, please just go under the video, put your like under the video. If you have not done it, subscribe to the channel. And if you want me to answer to any questions, I cannot write back to you on the chat like I can do on Facebook. So write a comment underneath the video at the end of this program. I know many of you are doing that, so I thank you for that. I see also Tommy. Tommy is appearing. Tommy, hello, Giada is saying, where are you watching from? Hello to you. By the way, still in the middle of COVID, sign language for COVID, new words. We are in the middle still of COVID. This is sign language sign for COVID. If you're tired of COVID like me, I think we all are, and we want to travel, please don't forget to check on my giadavalenti.com or viavalenti.com actually, my trip to Italy next year. Yes, tired to be home. We can go to Italy next year together. Hopefully we can start the tradition this tradition I did for a couple of years. And the trip next year with Perillo Tour is April 20, April 28. So go on viavalenti.com or my website, giadavalenti.com, and you can find all the itinerary and all the amazing, wonderful things we're going to do. Can you believe it, how nice it's going to be to travel all together and finally going around? Maybe we're going to be having masks, but hey, 1 year from now, at least we know for sure we will be able to travel. With mask, with no mask, who cares? We are going to go to Italy together. We are going to visit, you can see on viavalenti.com, we're going to Venice, of course, where I was born and raised, and I will show you the parts of Venice that, of course, as a person that live there, you may not see as a tourist. But then we are going to Verona, the city of Giulietta and Romeo, the most romantic city of Italy, Romeo and Juliet. And then we are going to go all together to Florence, of course, la capitale della cultura italiana, the capital of the Italian culture, and many say also of the Italian language, of della lingua italiana. And then we are going to go down to Rome, where is gonna take you today. Today we are going to go to Rome with a little bit of history of Rome, and I will tell you in a second why, because actually a couple of days ago we celebrated the birthday of Rome, and sign language for Rome, that's Rome. the capitale d'Italia. And Diane Fiorentino, she's my teacher of sign language, and she told me the sign for Rome. Look at this, guys. So you put your hair like this, the fingers like this, which is the sign for R, lettera R, and then you top your head and you go down to your nose, and then you have Rome. Rome. And another very nice sign, of course, we all know that this is the sign for Italy, and Rome is the capital of Italy. Yes, it's the capitale of l'Italia. And you see later that Rome is more than only the capital of Italy. So this is the sign language for Rome. So next year, we are going to fly together to Rome in Italy. And Rome is the capital of Italy, of the boots of Italy. You can also sign language like this. Before we go to Rome, though, do you remember, if for one of you that watched me last week, Mike and Anna Maria Ferrante, dear friend of mine from Long Island, a few years back, they bought some of my CDs and we sent them to Italy to family members of them, Rosa and Fiore in Sarno, which is a town in provincia di Salerno, not far away from Naples, and they were getting married, and we decided to, Mike and Anna Maria said, can you sign the CD? We send it to them, so we send them to Rosa and Fiore, and Rosa and Fiore, 2.5 years ago, they got a beautiful bundle of joy, Lido Victoria. So last week they sent me, and Victoria apparently loved my music, so they sent me pictures of Victoria. Look at her. Victoria, that she's with my CD from Venice with Love, and she loved, of course, the cover of that CD because I'm wearing pink. And I said to Mike and Anna Maria, we have to send them the CD My Lullaby because our all Italian song where she can dance. And Rosa and Fiora were so nice that they sent me a little video, thanks to Anna Maria and Mike, and I want to play the little video. So you're going to learn some Italian, just like Victoria is doing. Bear in mind, Victoria, she's 2.5 years old. Listen, she's a video that she sent me to thank me for showing the picture. Look how cute is this little Neapolitan girl. JJ, start the little video that I was sent.
Un bacio
Un bacio
dall'Italia.
dall'Italia.
Ti voglio bene.
Io voglio bene.
Ciao zia Giada.
Ciao Giada.
So, for the one of you that don't speak Italian, I promise you I teach you some Italian. First of all, she's beautiful, right? She's just calling me Zia Giada, which means Aunt Giada. Yes, I have many grandkids around the world, and I want to have Victoria because she's adorable. And then she's thanking me and saying that she wants to send me a kiss and that ti voglio bene, the words that you cannot, she can't pronounce it very well, like probably many of you, is ti voglio bene, which means I love you. So Victoria, if you're watching, I love you in sign language for the people, per le persone che non ci sentono, cara Vittoria, il segno di ti voglio bene è questo. So for little Victoria, is she watching? The sign for I love you, for ti voglio bene, is this one. So little Victoria, if you find a friend that can hear, you raise your hands. This is an international sign, so everybody in the world will understand. Ti voglio bene is this one, and I really love you, and thank you very much to the parents for sending me the beautiful, beautiful video. And please continue to send me pictures of Victoria as she's grow up, so I can share it with our fantastic circle of love. And thank you, Mike and Anna Maria, for sending with me the picture. Another nice things I did yesterday. Do you remember last week I promoted this event, Dress for Success, the wife, sign for wife of Roger Scallion. Sorry, open hands going like this. This is the sign for wife of Roger Scallion, one important member of our circle of love here. She volunteered every week, actually, for an organization that exists in all world. It's called Dress for Success. And yesterday there was a pre-opening of the event that is taking place today, right now. So I would like to say to all the people that are in Las Vegas, if you are in Las Vegas, please take your car and go there. And it's today from 9 until 3 p.m. this afternoon. All the event is taking place outside, and this is a remarkable organization that empower women, not only giving them a dress, and when I mean dress, accessories, bags, shoes, earrings, bras, makeup, everything. Not only that, yesterday I was lucky to meet the executive director, thanks to Sally Norma. She gave me a card to stay in contact with them. They took me inside the building. They also have a place where there are computers, so they teach these women, poor women, of women that got a lot of trouble in their life. They give them basically hope. interest, they showing interest to them, and they educated them to be ready to go out and try to find a job. So they write for them the curriculum vitae, how do you call it in English, JJ, the resume with all the stuff. They help them to they prepare them for the interview. They are in contact with several other organizations that report if there are women distressed of abused of any kind of trouble to these organizations. And they took me inside. They have an amazing inventory of shoes, bags, clothes. People are donating. So even if you live in Las Vegas, in matter of fact, all over the world, because they are existing all over the world, please check it out. If you have in your city, Dress for Success. And when you have clothes, shoes, bags, anything beautiful that you are not wearing anymore, or you just want to donate it because you are a gentle and kind spirit, contact one of these organizations and give it to them. Everything was organized in size, in colors, in everything, and they're gonna have these women coming in. And if you go Dress for Success, of course, if you are in Las Vegas today, please go there, introduce yourself, and you can buy clothes. Today actually is the day where you can buy for, I think, $35. You can fill in a bag with whatever things you find. They're all organized in size, and you are helping these organizations because, of course, a lot of stuff is donated, but a lot of things need to be paid by their own pocket. So our donations and our help will help them to make possible this. So thank you so very much, Sally, for inviting me to be part of that event. And thank you, Elena, for driving me yesterday. Elena and I, we went together. We have a girly day out, and thank you also to Roger for introducing me to your beautiful wife, Sally. And Sally, you are an amazing, remarkable woman. Actually, all the women. And I offer my service in case in the future they may need anything where I can do something with my music, with my singing. So I said, please keep me in mind. I would be very happy to bring some musical joy to any of the event. And they thank me for that. But actually, I want to thank them for doing all the things they do. If you have Amazon Prime, you know that here at the Giada Live, I've been doing this for more than a year and a half in front of the camera here from my office together with JJ. Thanks to Diane and Sal, they made me aware in the beginning of COVID of the problem of deaf people. We are wearing masks, and many of them are able to read our lips. And since we are wearing masks, ever since COVID started, the life or all of them got extra tough. And I say extra tough because it's very difficult. Before I was made aware of this, and I never realized that the blind person, you'll see it, because the blind person you see walking around with things, or they're wearing big glasses, but a deaf person just look like us. So many times we may have encountered somebody that was deaf, and we may have said, stupid, he doesn't listen to me, maybe he was not able to hear us. So with COVID, it's been extra difficult, and I'm very, very happy that even Hollywood, I was sharing these things with Diane 2 nights ago with JJ. We watched this movie called The Sound of Metal. It's on Amazon Prime. If you have it, please watch it. It's up for 6 Oscar nominations, including Best Pictures Oscar nominee. And it tells the story of a heavy metal drummer struggling to cope with the fact that he has lost his hearing. Suddenly, he starts to lose his hearing. And it's a beautiful movie. As you see, Riz Ahmed and Olivia Cook, none of the two are famous actors, and neither the director are famous. You know, I'm so happy that this movie is a nomination for the Oscar, and I hope it wins just because of the meaning of the movie. It's so well made, and you will understand by watching the movie. For the first time, even though in the last couple of months I understood better and better, if you watch The Sound of Metal, you will see what means being deaf. And at the end, of course, there is a kind of an happy ending that makes you understand that being deaf is not an impairment. It depends how you see the things. You have to start to cope and live and see the world and living your life in a different way. And so we have to do when we know that in our community there are deaf people. So please, everybody, watch on Amazon Prime if you have it, and otherwise it's worth subscribing to Amazon Prime to watch this movie, The Sound of Metal. For me, it's an Oscar-winning movie just because I said it's beautiful, beautiful story. And tomorrow night, actually, we're gonna know if the 6th Oscar that the movie is running for will. I hope they're gonna win for best movie, because it's really one of the best movie I've seen. So tomorrow night is Oscar night. Of course, you know me, I will be glued in front of the television watching the Oscar. Normally I watch the Oscar because I'm dreaming to win one myself, but most of all because I love movie and there is always music, and those women are always dressed up for success when they go on the red carpet in a different success than the other one. They always dress up to perfection by some of my most famous designers. So tomorrow night, ABC, I think, right? ABC, and I think they start at 5 p.m. for us here on the West Coast. Of course, it's 8 p.m. for you guys watching on the other side of the ocean, and you guys in Europe, I guess you have to wait until the day after when the Oscar is gonna have all the highlights on YouTube, and I will make sure that I will let you know if The Sound of Metal will win the Oscar. And please, if you watch the movie, let me know what you think. So you know that every Saturday we do the Giada Live, and then every Sunday I have another page, Patreon, and I do already for close to a year, actually, maybe even more than a year, every Sunday. Together with my Circle of Love and my team Awesome, I do something called Love Song Sunday. Every Sunday I get to sing some different songs, and you are all invited. It's of course on subscription, so you need to pay a minimum of $1 every month to watch it. And you can pay $1 or you can donate as much as you can as you want. But anyway, you need to subscribe, otherwise you cannot see it. And every Sunday I get to sing some different song. And last Sunday was of course songs from the Oscars. So what I did last Sunday, for every decade, I chose one song that won an Oscar for Best Original Song in a Movie. So I think I did 10 songs last week for the 30, the 40, the 50, and we arrived until the 2000. So tomorrow we will continue with Oscar-winning song. And while I was doing that, of course, I was also saying which was the song that won for every year, and I sang a couple of them. And if there was an amazing song that lost Songs of the Year, it made me realize, and I shared with my team Awesome, that if you are up for an Oscar for Best Song in a Movie, and in your category there is also a Walt Disney cartoon song, you are gonna lose. You're gonna lose because, and I prove it because there were some songs that, like the songs from The Bodyguard, I wanna run to you, Whitney Houston lost because was a song, I think it was a song of Pocahontas, for the cartoon Pocahontas, that won the Oscar. So yeah, if you go against Walt Disney's, you're gonna lose. And this was I'm gonna sing today a song now before I take you to Rome, and then one song at the end of the Giada Live today. This one was 1994 when The Lion King won with Elton John, of course, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Beautiful song. I don't even remember which were the other song, because this is the song that won, as I said, Walt Disney's song. Walt Disney, pretty good song though. This is a song that I want to sing for you. So Elton John wrote it from The Lion King. 1994 was best song at the Oscar. So raise your glass and let's sing together. Can you feel the love tonight? There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of a rolling wave can be turned away. An enchanted moment had it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. And can you feel the love tonight? Is it where we are? It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we've got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How is laid to rest? It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. There's a time for everyone if they only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope move us all in turn. There's a rhythm and a reason to the wild outdoors. When the heart of a star-crossed Voyager beats in time with yours, and can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we've got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? I was laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. Beautiful song. This was 1994 when Elton John wrote this song for The Lion King, and of course, The Lion King won Best Song for Original Song in a Movie. Tomorrow night we'll see. I sang last Sunday, actually, when I did my Love Song Sunday. I sang the song that I think is going to be winning an Oscar this year, but I don't know. There are two in a big competition, and one, of course, if the win is Laura Pausini with EOC, written by Diane Warren, that was nominated 11 times for Best Song and lost all the time. And I think this time they hone it to Diane Warren to win with the song EOC from the movie of Sophia Loren, The Life I Had, La Vita Davanti. So best of luck to Laura and Diane Warren if they are watching. I hope Laura wins. We've been the first time that there is an Oscar singing an Italian winning song for Best Original Song. So today is April 24, by the way, and in Food Day, today is National Pig in a Blanket Day. How many of you are familiar with National Pigs in a Blanket Day? Well, surely if you're watching from Italy, if you're watching for Europe, you guys have no idea, just like me, what that is. By the way, Pig in the Blanket is a hot dog, and this is sign language for National Pig in the Blanket. And this is an hot dog, and of course, and Pig in the Blanket, it's celebrated across the world, in matter of fact. And the term often refers to a variety of different dishes. In the United States, of course, Pig in the Blanket, as I said, is an hot dogs or also sausages wrapped in a biscuit of croissant dough and baked. I made it many times. Normally it's a party food for me, but they say that are served mostly as an appetizer or as breakfast. For me, it's a normal Super Bowl food. That's why normally I get pigs in the blanket. However, it can be served at any meal time, apparently. Many recipes use the name pigs in the blanket, I have learned, to describe just about any meat product that is wrapped in something. You can also wrap it around with a vegetable. Go and figure. But where is the name coming from? I was curious to know this morning. And I see Karen Yanni say, yummy, those are favorite party food for Livy and IJ. Kids might love that. I'm a kid, I love it too. Well, where is the naming coming from? How many of you know where this name is coming from, this dish? Well, while some reference gives it to Betty Crocker, the credit for the first printed use of the phrase, 1957. Here you see his air book. Where there is the recipe for the kids. You see how to make the pigs in blankets. But actually the record, there is existing the kind of terminology already earlier than 1957, in 1901. But of course, many people, they believe that was her actually, that put it actually in use as English language after she printed that title in her cookbook, made for children, by the way. I promise you that we always fly somewhere. Normally on Saturday I was always Giada the chef, but today actually I'm Giada the tour agent. I don't know. Today I want to take you to Italy, and specifically I want to take you to Rome. Remember, Rome. This is sign language, American Sign Language for Rome, the capital of Italy. Because this week, actually, April 21st, was an important day for Italy, as we have celebrated the birthday of Rome. Rome just celebrated, believe it or not, that's a beautiful Rome, celebrated 2774th birthday. 2774. Can you believe? Almost 3,000 years old. That's how old is Rome. The ancient Romans were absolutely convinced that Rome was founded on April 21st, 753 BC, before Jesus Christ. So the day was also important for the Roman calendar because it was dedicated to Pales, which was the goddess of the shepherd. We will learn a little bit more how important were all the gods. This is the sign for the gods. The goats, I think this is the sign for goats. The gods, the gods are born in Rome. They're very important to Roman people. So Rome, as I said, Rome is also the capital of Italy, but Rome wasn't always the capital of Italy. I don't know how many of you knew, but Rome stole the title of capital city from Florence, yes, the capital of the culture and the language of Italy, in 1870. Wow. So now we know Rome is older actually than Italy. I didn't know. I mean, I kind of knew that, but yesterday while I was preparing the show, I found out that so Rome was founded in 753 before Jesus Christ BC, making the city more than 2,500 years older than the nation, because we know that Italy unified only in late 19th century. So older Rome is the capital is 2,500 years older than Italy. To show you how old is my country, when they say we are in the new world and Europe is the old country, I show you something. So keep in mind, Rome is 2,773 years old, but actually it's not even the oldest city in Italy. Are you wondering which one is the oldest city in Italy? It's Cagliari. Cagliari actually is the oldest city. There is beautiful Cagliari. And do you know where Cagliari is? Well, Cagliari is in the island of Sardinia. In case you don't know, I also have the map of Italy, and you can see the island. There's more Cagliari, of course. The city is actually of the 80th century before Jesus Christ. There you see Sardinia in red, and there on the bottom in blue, you see the region of Cagliari, and then you have all the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 regions of basically Sardinia. So Sardinia is 5,000 years old, but actually even more, was founded 5,000 years before Jesus Christ, which makes the city really one of the oldest in the whole world. But have you ever wondered who founded Rome? I tell you that because when next year we're going to go to Rome, you're going to be seeing everywhere some certain images, and I want you, if you're coming to Italy with me, to know exactly what are all those things about. So Rome was founded by, according to the mythologies of Rome, I had to study it at school, by the way, by two twin brothers. And this is sign in sign language for twin. This is the sign for T, so this is twin, and I think this was brother, right? Was it? Am I right? Or am I made it up myself? I think this is twin brother. And the brothers were Romulus and Remus. Rome, yes, you're getting in there. There it is. There's a symbol you see everywhere. Yes, because they were raised by a she-wolf. You see, so you see everywhere a she-wolf around Rome, that symbol with two little kids drinking, breastfeeding the she-wolf. Now you know, because that's the story. They say that they were raised by her. They were a son of gods. And when they got older, they wanted to found a city. They got into a fight and they ended up killing each other. Actually, there's a fight. Actually, Romulus killed Remus. And this is the name of Rome, comes of course from Romulus, that gave the city its name. And according to the tradition, that happened April 21st, 753 before Jesus Christ. That's just a little bit. So when you are in Rome and you see the she-wolf with the two kids, you know that represent the she-wolves and the two kids that ended up founded Rome later in the year. So what are Rome is famous for quotes and saying. If you are in Rome, my father is from Rome, so there is all these saying that then ended up going all around the world. For instance, there is one very famous that says Rome is the city of echoes, the city of illusions, and the city of yearning. Giotto say that, and if we go to Rome next year, keep in mind this one because you will see that absolutely this saying is very real. Then another thing they say about Rome in Rome is Rome was not built in a day. Of course, that things is being said many times. Rome was not built in a day. You may have heard it yourself. Roma non è stata costruita in un giorno, because of course it means that all good things like Rome, majestic, beautiful things, takes time to be built. I know all about it because I keep dreaming, I keep trying to build all my dreams, and I've been busy in basic my whole life, and I'm still trying to work on my dreams. And another nice saying that I have in Roman is say all roads leads to Rome. Tutte le strade portano a Roma, meaning the same outcome can be reached by many methods of ideas. Well, they say that if the Romans would be alive, the old Romans, they will object in the statement because actually Rome, even though it was built, if you look at Rome from the top, looks like all the streets and all the map of Europe, all the streets were going to Rome. For the Roman, everything was starting from Rome. So they see the other one, it should be like all the street go from Rome to the rest of the world. That's the way the Romans would have said it. But they said that the saying is all the street brings to Rome, and it's true if you see the way they build all the street. And by the way, were building all these streets around Europe to facilitate the transportations of the soldiers to go around Europe. I don't know if you are familiar, but basically the Impero Romano, the Roman Imperium, was so big that it was taking all Europe, and basically they felt because at a certain point they became too big, and they couldn't control because they didn't have internet, they didn't have televisions, satellites, and stuff like that. So what was happening in Paris took like maybe 3 months before it was coming to Rome. So if there was like some fight over there, I mean, the Roman could not send in time the militia there, the soldiers, to keep under control. That's why it falls. But one of the names that Rome had for the longest time was Roma Invicta. And you see it everywhere in Rome. In many places, churches, buildings, you see that things. Roma Invicta and SPQR. Roma Invicta, by the way, in Latin means is a Latin phrase that means unconquered Rome, because Rome never lost anything until, of course, became too big and fell down. And the other sign that JJ was just showing you, you find it everywhere in Rome, the SPQR. Look at there, you find it in statues, you find it in fountains, you find it on emblems in churches, everywhere. And what does it mean? When you are in Rome, I want you to know the symbol of SPQR, SPQR, is basically is in Latin mean Senatus Populesque Romano, which means the Senate and the people of Rome. When you started to see that one, people knew that when they started to see SPQR, they knew they had arrived in Rome. Because remember, at the time, people were just going around, there was no internet, so people were just walking, and suddenly SPQR, they knew they had reached Rome, which was, remember, I'm going to tell you in a second, very important, because which are the nicknames of Rome? Well, we all know one of the name is Eternal City, which means in Latin is Urbs Eterna. In Italiano there is written Città Eterna, so Eternal City. Very easy to say why Eternal City, of course, for the longevity of the city. The Romans were convinced that was the oldest city and that they would have never gone out of this world, and they're kind of correct because they are still there. And if you're wondering, this is the sign for eternal, and this is the sign for city, if I remember well. So this is eternal and the Y, and this is the sign for city. And another nickname of Rome that you might have heard many times, of course, is also Caput Mundi. If you have in your family somebody from Rome, they really still believe they are Caput Mundi, which means capital of the world. Remember, they didn't thought that all the streets were bringing to Rome. They thought that all the streets were starting from Rome, going everywhere. And they still, if you know somebody who is from Rome, they really have this idea that they are I migliori della terra, that they are the best in the world. And I mean, Rome is really a beautiful spot. And if you wonder how do you can say it's the capital of the world, of course, I think this is the sign for capital. Capital was like this. No, capital. No, this is church. I think this was capital. Or this is church. This is capital. Well, I know the sign for world, Diane. I forgot. Too many signs. Diane sent me so many signs, and I will use a few also during the week. So anyway, this is the sign for world, and Rome was the capital of the world. And still, they believe they are. I studied at the Classical Liceo Marconi a Portogruaro, where I was born and raised. Thanks to my parents, they sent me to this private school. With one of the things we needed to learn was Old Latin and Old Greek. I always thought that was like a waste of my time to learn Old Greek and Old Latin. But one of the things that I found it fascinating now, while ever since I'm doing this Giada Live, is that I get to learn so much history and things about the Old Greeks and the Old Romans that comes handy now when I'm talking to you. For instance, you know, I love beauty. By the way, I changed my hair. I went to Melina yesterday and she colored my hair. I went with Mary Lou. Mary Lou also had a good hair. So Melina, if you're watching, thank you for my hair. She cut my hair, she colored my hair. So beauty, hair, makeup was apparently very, very important in Rome. So when I was going to school, they were giving us this ancient piece of manuscript from the Greeks and the Latin, and we had to translate it into modern Italian. And I will remember that that there was actually beauty was very important. They were very clean. They were the inventor of sauna. They were scrubbing their body with salt and then putting oil of oil in saunas. They were the first people to have the system that the toilet was flushing out of the city. And beauty was very important for the women. The women in ancient Rome, actually, they were the first women to dye their hair in red and blonde using goat fat and beechwood ashes. So can you believe it? JJ said this is really something that we have to read at school was makeup and skincare. They had books they were delivering and giving out to people. So, and there is also a picture that JJ showed. They also had ancient Roman makeup tutorial, historically accurate. You can really read them. Of course, they're in Old Latin. You have to translate it. And there is a woman that actually, they think that according to the tutorial, that's the way the old women in Rome may look like. They had the kind of reddish hair and they had that makeup with a very clean black eyes, kind of pretty actually. So they were very fashionistic. Also, I found it very interesting. I remember when I was doing my translation that Rome also was the first one to invent the first mall. Yes, the first mall in the whole world was that Mercati di Traiano was in Roma. Actually, the Roman Emperor Traiano, had built the first shopping mall, and it contained multiple levels, actually 6, and levels with 150 outlets. And still you can go now, they call it Mercati, of course there is no stores anymore, but you can see what is left over of the things. And by the way, only keep in mind, when you go to Rome, Roma they say is a museo aperto, so it's an open air museum. Only 10% of what is under the ground of old Rome is open up for us to see. There is the old city of Rome is underneath the big city, so we're one by one. Sometimes they open when they see now with something that there is something important and they take down. So only 10% of old Rome is visible to us. Another thing that I always found fascinating was the gladiator. The gladiator, they were the celebrity of the time. There they are, 2 of them. They were not like in the movie, my favorite movie, The Gladiator. They were not there fighting to die. Sometimes they died, but actually they were considered like celebrity. People were gathering in the Colosseum, il Colosseo, to see them fight, and they were just were cheered up like really celebrity. So much so that actually they thought they were like kind of goddess, very important, because the blood of the gladiator was actually very important. They were using actually when a woman in Rome could not have children, they were making her. Given her some blood of in ancient Rome, of course, of the gladiator, because they believed they had like magic power. Of course, as I said, the Romans, when you go to Rome, you see all these statues representing gods everywhere around the city. And it's very important because the Romans were very religious. They have a god for almost everything. Everything. The 12 were the major one, of course, just to mention a few. They have Zeus, that was the king of gods. Then they have Juno, that was the goddess of women and fertility. But they have also, was Mars was the god of war. And they also had, so 12 were the main gods, but then also they have some gods for stuff they really love. And to these days, this is really the Romans. They loved, of course, to drink. So they had a god for the wine, which was Bacchus. In Vino Veritas, they had the sentence that when you're drunk, you say the truth. And they have Orpheus, because they love music, which was the most famous musicians for the old Romans. And Cupido, Cupid. Of course, there was the famous god that was making people fall in love because the Romans were really lovers. So what is Rome famous for? So if we go next to Rome next year, well, Rome is famous for, of course, the building, the ruins, and the food. So next episode of Giada Live, I want to share with you 10 fun facts about Rome. So come with me next week. You're going to learn 10 fun facts about Rome. But a few curiosity just before I go to the last song for today. Let me see, if remind me. It's that basically I want to say that about the food, something about the food. So let's skip the 10 fun facts next week. But let me see, if we are in Rome next year together, what can we have? First of all, don't look for JJ, that's something that JJ couldn't wait to put there. That's a famous food, cacio and pepe. I'm going now to show you a picture of some of the food that we need to have in Rome. When you're in Rome next year with me, don't go around and look for pasta with meatballs. Pasta and meatballs is not in any menu in Rome because it's an Italian-American invention. But you are gonna find cacio e pepe, which is basically that pasta famous from Rome with cheese and pepper. You find bucatini alla matriciana. Yes, I made them for you at the Giada Live. Go and look the video if you want to learn how to make rigatoni alla carbonara. Very famous. Supli, which is a Roman snack that is worth seeking out. It's basically like a rice bowl with cheese and tomato. They're typical of Rome. They make it in a completely different way. They are fried. They are delicious with cold beer, if you like beer, otherwise with a Diet Coke or with water. They're famous for pizza al taglio, as you see there. Pizza al taglio means a piece of pizza, so they give you pizza while you walk around. And actually, one of the days next year when we go to Italy together, one of the day we are going to go to a special neighborhood of Rome, and we're going to try all these kind of street foods. They are to die for. Famous for breakfast or for coffee are the maritozzi. I'm sure you never heard of them. It's like a little olive balls, and they are delicious, of course, buns that you can have with your espresso for breakfast. But if you ask me, you can also have it in the afternoon with your cup of tea. And some of them even have cream inside, and some of them have chocolate chips. They are delicious. They're called maritozzi. Very famous, delicious, you know how much I love artichokes, are the deep fried artichokes. My grandmother made the best. They are to die for, and you find them in almost all the restaurants, not in almost, in all the traditional restaurants in Rome. Saltimbocca alla Romana, do you remember? I made them also for you at the Giada Live. Giada Live is with meat and prosciutto. Translated, it means jumps in your mouth because they are so delicious and they're typical of Rome, and it's something you don't want to miss, absolutely don't want to miss. Of course, another thing that you always have to have while in Rome, and in a matter of fact, if you ask me, when you are in Italy, gelato is completely different than ice cream. Remember, it's more creamy and it has less fat. And the one in Roma are delicious, and you can buy one and stroll around the Colosseum. Magical. And stuff, the name said it himself, pecorino romano. You find also here in America pecorino romano cheese, which is a key player in many dishes in Rome, but the one that you're going to taste in Rome and they put in your pasta in Rome are completely different. You have to have them while in Rome. And what else? I think, oh yeah, another one of my favorites, if you like vegetable, is cicoria. Bob and Marilu, remember I made you looking for me for cicoria, you couldn't find it. Cicoria, of course, is called here broccoli wrap. And it's difficult to find here, even though you find them. When you are in Rome, they are delicious. My grandmother put them just in a little pan with some oil and garlic, and you find it in every restaurant. So easy to make, sauté with oil and garlic, and they are to die for. And another one that you need to have is il panino con la porchetta di Roma, perché sono I panini più buoni d'Italia. You have to have it. And before I'm gonna sing the last song, and then I say goodbye because I'm gonna have my pizza with Len and Linda today here in Las Vegas, I'm gonna leave you with a curiosity. Do you know that there is a little London in Rome? Roger is still watching. Well, with Roger, we try with my project to go to Rome by the end. To London, sorry. We try to go to London for my Christmas things with London Philharmonic somewhere in June, the first week. But did you know, Roger, that there is a little London in Rome? Well, only one street actually. The Flaminio is one big street in Rome, and a few years back, an English Italian mayor of London decided to have an experiment. He wanted to create actually every street that was resembling a big city of Europe, and they started with the Little London. It looks like a little Notting Hill. It's only one street, but look at those pictures. It's a reproductions actually of a little Notting Hill, and the mayor was called Ernesto Nezan actually, and he did it together with the architetto Quadrio Pirani. So if you close your eyes, you miss it, but while you are in Rome and you want to see something unusual in ancient Rome, you have to go to the little London, like the little Notting Hill. So, guys, it was a pleasure to be with you today, and I'm going to leave you by singing another song, because most of all, I am a singer, you remember? So, if you have not done it yet, please join me tomorrow on my Love Song Sunday, where I will be singing more songs that won the Oscar, and maybe some song that didn't win the Oscar but should have won the Oscar. I'm gonna leave you with one I sang last Sunday from the Thomas Crown Affair, The Windmills of Your Mind, of course, Michel Legrand, and was written in 1960, actually won the best song original in a movie in 1968. It's existing also in French, but I decided to sing it for you in English. It's called The Windmills of Your Mind, 1968, the Thomas Crown Affair. Here we go, before we say goodbye. Round like a circle in a spiral, like a well within a well, never ending or beginning on an ever spinning reel, like a snowball down a mountain or a carnival balloon, like a carousel that's turning, running rings around the moon, like a clock whose ends are sweeping past the minutes of its face, and the world is like an apple whirling silently in space, like a circles that you find in the windmills of your mind, like a tunnel that you follow to a tunnel of its own, down a hollow to a cavern where the sun has never shone, like a door that keeps revolving in a half-forgotten dream, or a ripple from a pebble someone tosses in a stream, like a clock whose ends are sweeping past the minutes of its face, and the world is like an apple whirling silently in space, like a circles that you find in the windmills of your mind. Kiss the jingles in your pocket, was the jingles in your head? Why did summer go so quickly? Was it something that you said? Lovers walking along the shore and leave the footprints in the sand. Is the sound of distant drumming just the fingers of your hand? Pictures hanging in a highway and a fragment of a song. I've remembered faces and names, but to whom do they belong? When you knew that it was over, you were suddenly aware that the autumn leaves were turning to the color of his hair, like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning, on an ever spinning reel, as the images unwind, like the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind. So, beautiful song of Michel Legrand, 1968, was the best song of the original movie, The Crown Affair. Of course, there have been different versions later. Hello, Helena. She was with me yesterday. Let me say hello to everybody. So, thank you for being with me today. Please don't forget to like the Facebook page. And if you are on Facebook, and subscribe to my YouTube, and if you are on YouTube, do the same on Facebook, my facebookpage.com, the original, the one you need to put the follow of the like, not the one when we're supposed to be friends. I have many friends that they haven't subscribed to my Facebook page. Guys, you need to put the like and love over there. Thank you for all the applause you're giving me. I see that Roger didn't knew about the Little London in Rome. You see, every day learn something new. I see also Antonio, Diane, and I'm getting hungry. Diane said, me too. Actually, I'm going for pizza tonight with Len and Linda. I see Emmy Elwood, she's thanking me for today, and Salme is applauding. Elena is saying hello. Thank you, Elena. Maybe you missed the beginning of the show. I thank you for taking me to the Dress for Success yesterday. Thank you also to Sally. So please, Roger, make sure that you thank Sally, even though I will text her and I will stay in contact. Dress for Success, if you are in Vegas, you still have a little less than an hour. Actually, not even, guys. It's finito. It was from 9 to 3 today, but I'm going to have more event and I will make sure to let you know. And just Google Dress for Success. They are existing all over the country. Amazing, amazing foundation that do empower women, and we all have to stay for each other's ladies. So, guys, I hope you had a good time. Thank you, Bob and Mary Lou. It was nice to see Mary Lou yesterday. Bob, I hope you like Mary Lou's hair. I love mine. Thank you, Melina, if you're watching, for doing our hair, talking about beauty and hair and everything. Anything I forgot to say? Hello, JJ. Richard is with us, Richie. I don't know if you saw the whole episode. Guys, remember, you can always scroll back. Ali, Luisi Lu, saluti da Luisa. Luisa, da dove ci guardi? If you were watching for the first time, please make sure you let me know there where you're watching. Tinky and Scott, she say beautiful. Please, Tinky, where are you watching from? Yum, those favorite party food. Yes, we talk because today, remember, is National Pigs in the Blanket. National Pigs in the Blanket. Diane, I think that was the sign. And please, if you have Amazon Prime, watch The Sound of Metal. Is up for 6 Oscar, and one of them is of course the best movie, which I think is the best movie because the story, it's amazing. It's about this metal drummer, drug addicted, that became deaf, and the rest you guys have to see it. I don't want to spoil this. The movie is just amazing. Guys, I raise my hands with this I love you. I hope Victoria in Italia sta guardando. Ha detto ti voglio bene, zia Giada. Zia Giada, ti voglio bene. I want to say hello also to my mom, la mia mamma che ci sta guardando. My mother is doing a little bit better. She was a little bit under the weather. Mamma, se ci stai guardando, un saluto, e anche al papà. And I will say to all of you watching, I'm gonna see you tomorrow for the Love Song Sunday JJ show again. You can join me on patreon.com/Giada Valenti, 2 p.m. Only music tomorrow, Oscar winning song, and maybe some song that should have won the Oscar and lost, because you guys last week said sing also some of those great songs that lost at the Oscar. So, and tomorrow night, of course, 5 p.m. don't forget to watch the Oscar, and I hope the Sound of Metal is going to win an Oscar. And raise your hands. We are all connected here in the circle of love. Thank you, Diane, for teaching me sign language. I will teach you guys more, and also some Italian. I haven't forgotten that. So raise your hands with the I love you sign, and I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow for the Love Song Sunday. Ok, un bacio e un abbraccio. A domani. See you tomorrow. Ciao.
Dankeschön, dear old Dankeschön. Thank you for seeing me again. Though I'm here in my solitude, I know you are there, and in my heart I smile again. And so I sing here in my solitude, waiting to see you, same time, same place. And I can't wait to say again, Dankeschön. Dankeschön, Dankeschön,